Hello guys, Mashiba came back here once again. You saw the title of the video. What was Miyata doing when he was staring at Marcus Risario? Now most people just take it as, well, you know, he was just looking at him and so on and so on. You don't look at a person for like 3 to 5 panels. Then Sendo's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That doesn't happen. Similar how that's not a part of Miyata's character traits either. He haven't even looked at Ippo like that. What is the significance of the staring? And then after that with the whole Ippo, well, Ippo, aren't you a boxer? Like, what's wrong with you? My first initial thoughts when I saw it, right? I was like, Miyata's gonna move up. No way. Now he had to move up 2 weight classes, but like I said before, Miyata is not short. Miyata is like at least around like 5, like 8'5" He's somewhere around there. Ippo is only 5'5". Ippo is not tall. Sendo's 5'6". Kimura and Aoki is both like 5'7". Misha was 5'9", and the Great Takamura is like 6'1", 6'2". These aren't tall people like that. So in this case, it's just Miyata's already pretty big, and he's already struggling with weight management as it is, to the point where you push him to like round 7, round 6, round 8. He's going through it. Now he could take it, but you know it's just not really good for his health. He's starting to grow out the weight class, to the point where technically some might consider him a weight bully, but I don't know, man. Don't seem like that weight draining is helping him out that much for him to be a weight bully, so that doesn't really account. But I saw him look at Risario, and he's just like, why he keeps looking at him? This is just like the reaction that Miyata gave to when he stepped on Mishiba's foot, and it's just so on and so on. Could Miyata be sizing up Risario to move up to face himself, especially after that Mashiba is gone, Mishiba's done. He's done. He's done. One of the great characters with Ippo put out of commission. I can't believe you, George. You did it. This should be a crime, George. But yeah. Is he gonna move up? Is he gonna challenge Marcus Risario? Because so far he already got good standing in his weight class, and it is possible to move up 2 different weight classes outside of Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. It also happened with Jermell Charlo at 154, moving up to 168. So instead of moving up 2 weight classes, it was like, it's 3 for Crawford, from like 147 all the way up to what? You gotta go 147, 154, 160, 168. So it's just 2 moves up for like Jermell. So it is possible. It is possible. It's up to, and then on top of that, how Marcus Risario kept going like, I gotta definitely come back to Japan. And I was like, I want to see that fight, because there is no other person who can fight. Well, Ippo has stayed pretty consistent with his weight control, so he's still around 127. There is nobody else, like literally nobody. Unless Vord decided to move up a weight class, who else is Marcus Risario gonna come back to Japan to fight? It gotta be Miyata, right? But then he talked to Ippo over the phone, and he's still distraught over, you know, aren't you still a boxer? So on and so on. And like I said before, if Miyata moves up, he will not be able to move back down. Like, he cannot make 127. Like, we've already seen Martin Day boxers look quite ghostly, like a Devin Haney or Jerron Boots Ennis at the weigh-in, looking quite skeletal. It looks like the brother of Skeletor right there. But it just, so that's why I was, put out the thing where Miyata can reach him at a catch weight, but that would involve Ippo putting on some weight. What, move up to like what? Miyata can move up 2 weight classes, what's that? 130, 135, what they meet at 130? 133? Possibility. I believe Ippo can lose the weight, but Miyata's done. Like he's way too big for featherweight. So that's why when I say the end of the series type of fight, it can be Ippo, it can be Miyata, or it can be Sendo, but it's more than likely gonna be like a Sendo or Miyata. I don't care which one is which, as long as I get that one last round through it, Ippo versus Sendo, I really don't care. Now I prefer it for it to be undisputed at featherweight, no guarantee. And that's something I said, what about undisputed versus, I don't want an undisputed versus Ippo undisputed. That doesn't really do anything. Like the Miyata Ippo fight itself will be enough. whether Ippo's champion or not. So that's why I'd be like, the fight can happen before he fights, like the final fight, whatever it's going to be, or afterwards. And that's if Ippo ever come back, period. So I don't know. But you know, the hits, and you know, he was so strong against Sendo. He was like a stone. We've been getting hit for over 3 to 4 years. Going on 5 to 6. No, don't tell me about no hits. You've been getting hits for quite some time. So that's why I've been so adamant that the Miyata fight doesn't need to be an end of the series fight, right? But if Miyata moves up, it is going to be. Now, why? It's because, like, at a catch weight, it's still at a catch weight. Miyata is not. If he moves up 2 different weight class to 135, do you truly believe he'll be able to move back down? That is not happening. This is not Rikishi from Asano Joe. Miyata would die. I'm not even joking. He won't even make it into the ring. If he's struggling that bad now, at 127, if he was to move up to 135 and try to move down, Miyata's a dead man. Like he's gonna die. That's that. So catch weight 133, like around there, I can see it happen. Right? Cause even Mashiba went up to 130, off for a year, can no longer make 130. That's literally all it takes. So that's why, like, well, you know, Ippo only got to put on what 132, like what, like 7 pounds, give or take. It's like 7'6", what, 126. That's 4. Yeah, like 7-6 pounds somewhere around there to meet up with Miyata. That's not a lot for him. Just to put on extra mobiles, even though he'll be walking around looking like Shimabukuro. But you know, I pay to see that fight. But it's just, yeah. I'm 50-50. It's more than likely it's going to be Miyata. Because there's no reason Miyata was looking at this man for so long as a potential. Like a predator looking at his prey. Like an eagle. Like an eagle looking at a goat on the edge of a cliff. I smell meal time. Just gotta push him off. Wee! Just gotta throw him off the top. Wee! So, yeah. Because it gotta be. It gotta be a Risario versus. Because, like, there's nobody else. What, you think Yoki gonna give this man a fight? Kimura's gonna give this man a fight? Let's stop. Itagaki still at the weight class. Amai still at the weight class. Japan literally has nobody else. Shinobu is apparently just gone or retired. We don't know which one is which, but I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, we still get the Aoyuki fight, but he's not moving another weight class. And if Shinobu was to go against Risario, he's getting obliterated. He barely survived against Mashiba. And that was against a Mashiba. Then, like, Risario fought a Mashiba, where Risario technically, because of weight management, we don't know how much that played into how sharp he is in the ring. So you still got that extra element. But there is somebody who can benefit from some extra weight. And that will be way better. Miyata at 135 versus Risario? I gotta see it. I gotta see it, George. I gotta see it. There's just like, there's no guarantee, because he's still like, well, Ippo, what about Ippo, you still fighting Ippo. Like, Sendo told you to let it go. Takamura told you to let it go. So on and so on. The fight can still happen at a catch weight. That fight, it can always happen. But it's just, I don't want to see Ippo's first fight back here go against Miyata. That fight's not going to turn out right. Nor should it be. Well, you know, he fought a few guys now as Miyata. Like, unless it's the end of the series, or before he fights Sendo, like, I can't really just see it just be a random line of fights. In which I don't see 3 more fights with Ippo happening. If he does come back, it'll be like when he retired with his mother. No, not when he retired with his mother. It'll be like when he came back from the Dempsey role, where it was just like, I challenge you, Sendo, and that's just what happens. Like, we're not going to get 2 more, 3, 4, 5, 6 more fights. That's not happening. In a montage, maybe. But we'll get one fight, show he's back, a good showcase fight to get some decent opposition, and maybe one more fight, and then like the final fight. That's the way I see it. I don't see George, you know, stopping at 2030. Well, with 2034, that's not happening. But 2030 is possible. 2030 is possible. Even 2031. What George is like what? Pushing 60 already? Well, he'd be like what, 61, 62, 63, somewhere around there. The latest I can say is like 2020, 33. That's the furthest I can see that. You know, you have this going on now. But so I'm not really so much concerned about Miyata versus Ippo, but Miyata versus Risario, I can sense some magic, some magic. Yeah, cause it'd be similar to Mashiba with the height wise, but Risario shorter. And then, what if Miyata sees Risario as the only real chance to fight somebody like Ippo? The personality is different, but remember, this is the same man that watched Sigma Mora pick Ippo to pieces purely to see if it's possible. Like I said before, Miyata just don't hang out with Ippo and Sendo like it's or Mashiba like it's a mistake. They're very similar. Alright? More than they're willing to admit. So it's a very far possible fight, and I was on the train. I was 100% believing it. Miyata versus Risario. Let's get to it. Let's see it happen. But it's just the whole that phone call with Ippo. It's just like, and I was in the video, and but there's no other reason he'll look at Risario for that long. And then Risario saying, "I gotta come back to Japan." There's nobody else in Japan that will pose a challenge for him, unless somebody moves up. Sendo's not moving up. And Sendo's bigger, but at most, he's not moving up to 135. Plus, he's not. I don't think he's tall enough to move up to 135. I could be wrong. Right? People at 135, it's not 6-footers out here. But if you fought at 127, you're only an inch taller than Ippo. Like Vorg ain't too tall either. He's like 5'7". So it's just Mike Elliott was around the same height as Vorg. So at least with Miyata, he's pretty big. So just So it's a very far possible fight. I would enjoy to see it. Miyata versus Risario. Let's make it happen. I'll pay for that on pay-per-view. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see Miyata's mental thing. It'd also be interesting to see how Risario changes after, you know, getting that fight winning from Mashiba. But he didn't win. He just was the last one standing. Which is a sad way to win in that premise. That your opponent conquers out because of a different issue and because he didn't trip. So it just would be interesting to find out how would the fight turn out with Rosario's explosive infighting style. Pretty sure it is going to give Miyata some flashbacks to Ippo. There's no way that's not going to happen, but he's a southpaw. Outside of being a southpaw and Miyata not worrying about his gas tank anymore. Now remember, there is that clutch that Risario, if he would have trained, we don't know how much better he could be. It could be like a 2 to 3% increase or up to 12. We don't know. We can't really say. Right? But it's just, yeah, I see Miyata beating Risario. But it's going to be like a medium difficult fight. I don't think it's like he can be beat up like Mashiba. I don't see it happening. But what I say, and that, because Mashiba is pretty good at the weight class he's at. Risario, he butchered his own with that fight, so he would have lost. That's on him. You shouldn't have been messing around. So it's just Miyata, 135. From the same merit, you can make an argument that Risario could win, because we haven't really seen Miyata do anything spectacular recently. He's been held back by weight management, getting punched up some, and winning. Didn't happen again, and didn't happen again. So it's just, I just think this fight is going to happen. When? Who knows? How good would it be? I say it'd be a decent, nice little fight. But I don't see Miyata losing it. Is he doing it for Mashiba? Not really. But it's just, Then it'd be commentary from Miyata Sr. Because Miyata Senior was never like a world champion, was he? No, no. I think like he was like the Pacific champion, something like that. So yeah. Then we get some updates. Then we go back to being Hajime no Miyata. And then, you know, get to catch up with Miyata Senior. And maybe, just maybe, right? We'll be able to see what Miyata's mother looks like. What she's doing these days. Are they even in touch? Had she even tried to get in contact with him? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But I do see Risario versus Miyata being a high possibility. It's a fight that I want to see. It's a fight I got no problem with. Let's get it happening. Let's get it to it. Risario, Miyata in Japan. Let's get to it. Takamura is the main event. That are undercard. Let's see it happen. Even up JK. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'd like you guys' thoughts on the prospect of Miyata staring down Risario like he's the next opposition. And if it is, will Miyata move up 2 weight classes to fight one man? I see it happening, but he gotta let go of the Ippo thing first. So it's just, who knows? But then again, he was the first one to break the deal with Ippo, so you expect it to be a lot easier for him. But apparently it's not. But it's been MTWK. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.